Right. A very good afternoon and welcome everyone. It's so nice to have you joining in this session today. Now, this is an unusual session because normally you know all about the platforms. You know exactly what to do. Why? Well, you stick it on our system, you push a little button and it whoops it off it goes. And then you sit and you wonder, why isn't anybody contacting me on this wonderful property? It is not overpriced. It's got beautiful photos. I managed to upload 68 photos that were absolutely stunning. My description is close on 10,500 characters. It describes everything to such a T. And nobody is liking it. Nobody is now making contact with us. Well, do we have a solution for you? This is something that I want to say is a very unique feature that's come through from one of the platform providers. Which platform provider that we're speaking about? Well, when I started, I used to call them P squared. Why? Because it's private property. Took me a long time to make sure that I got that one right. So joining me today is Sanchia. Sanchia, how are you doing today? And why are you on this call with us today?
Good. Thank you, Stuart. What a lovely introduction. Stuart, let me just introduce myself to the team. My name is Sanchia, as you've all established. I am the only one. I come from real estate. I used to be a real estate agent for 8 years before I joined this beautiful private property brand. And we are here with you guys today to talk about a product that we've launched into the market on the portal, first of its kind in the portal landscape.
Don't share it yet. Don't share it yet. I want to build it up. I want excitement.
It's a very needed product. It does many things, but the biggest positive thing this product does is give us sustainability within the portal landscape. So we're going to chat about that today.
Absolutely. And I know it's a big surprise because I know all about it, but I want to really build it up. Let's talk about private property. And for the agents out there that have never heard of you, well, shame on you because your listings are already getting fed through to them. Let's just talk about the landscape of private property for a very short span, and then we can jump into the big announcement, something that I think is going to blow every agent's mind out there. Who is private property? Where does it fit in the sector?
Okay. Private property is an open marketplace for real estate. So sellers, agencies, anybody transacting within property can join onto our platform and conduct their transactions on private property. So open marketplace, okay? The agents know it as listing their homes for sale to the end user, which will be their buyers and tenants. Okay, so that's the portal landscape. Now, private property has been in the market for 15 plus years. Private property used to be the market leader and is very close to becoming the market leader within a very short space of time. We have, as private property in the last year, seen the highest growth on any portal in the last 15 years. So if you don't mind, I'll go into the growth, Stuart. Private property in the last year has seen a 56% increase with unique users. So these are users that are only using majority private property platform. We've grown from about 3.2 to about 4.2 million unique users in a year. Okay, so we are growing exponentially, and the next 5 years, we are going to continue this growth, right? We are, as private property, committed to bringing quality leads to our industry. We are not chasing high numbers of leads. What we want is a real lead to the agencies, to the agents, to the portal space. Okay. So in the last year, we've grown 20% on hard leads. That means WhatsApps and email. And obviously, we've seen now a user session growth from all of that, which is about 26%. So when the agencies post their listings onto private property, I want them to know that there are quality leads there. We are one of the portals that gets the least amount of spam leads in the market, and we have built robust systems to make sure we don't get spam leads.
Brilliant. And this actually just gives the grounding for this, what we're going to be sharing now. you've got a platform. The growth is phenomenal, 3 to 4 million unique. I mean, that is like an amazing. Just think about those are potentially buyers, sellers. Yes, there's also a couple of agents that are looking at your listings, but there is so much traffic going through there, growing over 15 years. This is a platform that's really opened the eyes, and I want to say, of everybody in the industry. And then, and I want to say, and then they went and announced something. And it was something that was shared with us from a leadership team a little while ago, and we wanted to unpack it and understand it just to find out, are there some terms and conditions? Are we going to be giving away commission? Are we going to be giving away our database? We wanted to make sure that we did our due diligence before we actually brought this to the table. And I can safely say, there is no fine print that we could find that will actually hinder you as an agent. In fact, what we're going to share now is something that's going to elevate your business that I want to say is actually truly remarkable. You pay, and if you do it yourself on other portals, you're going to pay a huge amount of money. And here, wait for it, we're South Africans. Unfortunately, the biltong will only arrive if you meet us in person, but it's actually part of your subscription. Sanchia, please, now you can go ahead. Tell us, what is this that you're wanting to share with us?
Perfect, Stuart. Okay, so you hit the nail on the head. What I'm about to share with you guys is absolutely free to use. It costs the agent nothing. It costs the agency nothing. Private Property is carrying the cost for the full cost of this product and the benefit that it brings to the agency and the agents. Now, there's many reasons for that, but the biggest reason and the most important reason is sustainability in the portal landscape. Okay, we do not want a monopoly in the portal landscape. We want free marketplace. We want everybody and all the portals to be able to host agencies, listings, and give them a really good service at a really affordable cost. And this is how this product was born. So the product is called Exclusive Listings, or as you will see it on our website, only on Private Property. Then there is a secondary badge that you may see that says first on Private Property, but we will go through the two badges and where they fall in and so on. Okay, so how does the product work? An agent can bring their sole mandate to Private Property exclusively for a selected period of time. Okay. The feed providers that you use have already built it in for us. Most of South Africa is on this. They are all built in all different feed providers. So all the agencies, all the agents are able to use this functionality. So when you scroll onto Private Property, you will see a lot of these listings. Okay, so you bring your sole mandate to Private Property for a specific time period. The average time period is 48 hours. That's all, 48 hours where that sole mandate is only listed on Private Property. We will then give the listing a badge that says only on Private Property. You will then get a free featured listing for the period that you chose, which will be 48 hours. After the 48 hours lapses, this listing will automatically republish to all other websites or portal spaces as a new listing. Okay. This does many different things. So let me go through the benefits of this product from a buyer's perspective, a seller perspective, and an agency's perspective. So for your buyers, they are getting early access to a listing that they cannot find anywhere else, which means there's a ton of more eyes on this exclusive listing. Private Property is also doing lots of SEO marketing, which just means Google AdWords in the background for our exclusive listings. We have also launched national ad campaigns, which if we have a moment, I can play one of those for you. So everything that is marketing related with regards to exclusive listings, Private Property is covering and doing for you, which brings so much more eyes onto that listing. Okay. Buyers get early access to these listings. They don't have to go onto different sites to try and find where the new listings are. They see it immediately. They know it's available on Private Property. For the sellers, we are listing their home with intention. So as I've mentioned, I used to be an agent for 8 years. Staggered marketing to me is nothing new. Lots of agencies use the staggered marketing approach. 30% of all leads come from your first alert to the buyer who signed up for those new on the market alerts. 30%. Now, if we are listing all at once on all the platforms, that means that buyer is spammed with not one, not two, but 3 to 4, 5 emails all at once. By staggering this, we're giving that percentage, we're increasing that percentage of that buyer seeing that new listing by so much higher. I would say we're doubling it. So they might see the first, notification with private property, 3 days later, see it with another portal. And this really increases the homeowner's chance of their new listing being seen in the market. Okay, so it gives them stronger positioning as well, the seller, because we are giving you the free featured listing. Most listings, if they're not sole mandated, or even if they are sole mandated, just goes onto the portals, and we're hoping for a good, category because of our scoring, whatever we've put behind the listing. Yeah, we're automatically giving you the featured listing for the period that you've chosen. Let's say it's 48 hours. Okay, and then for agents and agencies, this is a little bit of a no-brainer. Private property is around 65% more affordable. We don't charge on leads. So for the agency itself, if you're getting the lead from the exclusive listing, it's a really good thing for the agency. Okay, it's a smarter way to reward quality over volume. Okay, we give you the free featured listing placement. You're getting a better quality lead. You absolutely are, because the people who are invested in these exclusive listings on our website, they are coming for that. Now, just now when I mentioned our growth of 56% in the last year, a big chunk of that growth has got to do with the exclusive listings launch. So the buyers who are sitting on private property know about the product, and they are invested in the product, and they are actively seeking these exclusive listings. Okay, and then the SEO and the marketing that private property does in the background. Okay, that's the benefits.
You know what? I'm just sitting and I'm just like churning it in my head. And let me tell you from an agent's perspective how amazing this is. In the past, staggered marketing is one of the biggest secrets to a productive agent. Having it list on one platform and then waiting a couple of days and then to another platform and another couple of days and to another platform so you're not overloading, that's massive. But as Sanchia said, if you're listing on all the platforms at the same time, all those notices come through, your buyers tend to see, hey, where am I and what's actually happening? Because there's a lot of information that comes through.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of other little things. When it's exclusive, it comes straight to you and it comes straight to that particular buyer that's logged onto it. But there was one little key element that I'm so glad that you shared, because when I first heard about this product, I suddenly was listening a little bit deeper, and they mentioned the Google SEO, where private property is actually throwing money behind these listings. So you as an agent, you are actually saving even more money. You don't have to now go and throw more money into social media, throwing more money into Google AdWords to try and promote that particular listing. They're doing it for you. So when you start ticking off all these little benefits, it actually sounds like an advert. It's saving you time, it's saving you money, and it's putting your listing first. I think I might even put that as a marketing ploy coming into the future. I like that. So this is a huge benefit for you. All you've got to do is get yourself a sole and exclusive listing. That you come to me. I can assist you with that to make sure that your scripts are correct, get your presentations in right, because now you're going to add on this additional benefit that private properties actually afforded you, where you can now add on, well, it's going to have an SEO boost on Google, so it'll get more awareness. It'll be pushed out to the buyers as a exclusive listing so that your buyers can go, hey, I like this. Your seller likes these type of things. And you end off with that staggered approach. What a way to add into your marketing plan when you're trying to get those sole and exclusive listings. In fact, I think private property has just added some little check boxes for you without you even having to do anything.
Absolutely.
That's the most amazing part about it.
Yeah, that's absolutely the goal, is we need to give back to industry.
Absolutely. And this is one of the things that I like. When you look at P Squared, private property, they are there as, and I want to say industry partners, not industry monopolizers.
No.
They want to be your partner in the business. And I think that is absolutely key when you're actually going forward. And I know that there'll be a couple of technical questions that always come through. How do we go about doing all of this? Well, from our back end system, they are busy getting this into place. So, what we're launching here is to give you this heads up, to tell you exactly what this particular product is. And I think, Sanchia, the most amazing part is it's for free.
Yeah, exactly. What's the catch? Absolutely no catch. It benefits everybody in the industry. Does it benefit the agent? Yes. Does it benefit the seller? Absolutely. Does it benefit eXp? Yes. Does it benefit private property? Yes. We all have a benefit in this product, but we're all working together for the greater goal of, having a sustainable industry.
Absolutely. Absolutely love it. And that's why we went behind the scenes to go and have a look at all the fine print, because when something is free, there's always that one level font type of fine print that nobody can read. They need a microscope, maybe even a telescope to actually have a look at it. But we look through the terms and conditions, and it's straightforward and simple. It is very clear. It is actually for free.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing, amazing product that's actually getting shared. So Sanchia, I know I'm going to probably push this a little bit further, but I started the session because I've got a number of agents out there that always, when they list properties, 60 photos, they've got these descriptions that are so long that, in fact, you actually sit down at night and you finish reading it 3 weeks later, because it becomes something almost like a J.R. Tolkien novel. What are the guidelines? Are you aware of what the guidelines are? So when we're listing these exclusive mandates, to make sure that they become the best,
Yeah.
what would be guidelines that you could share with us?
Should we blame ChatGPT for these long books we're reading on here?
Absolutely.
I will say there's no set guideline. From my experience and from how long it takes a user to go through a listing. So users basically stay onto the portal maximum 11 minutes. Okay, so we would say an average user is probably staying on the portal for 5 minutes. Your listing should ideally fall within the first 5 pages of your search criteria within your price category. Okay, if it falls within those 5 pages, you're doing well. The buyer is probably going to find your listing, okay, or come across your listing. When it comes to the write-up of a listing, we would suggest to keep it short, because as you so rightfully said, Stuart, when we are going through the listings, the buyer is looking at the first 5 photos. He's already made a decision. He scans the price, the area, and then the top 3 things that he can find within the description that probably explains the house to him. So I would suggest a really nice clear heading, 3 paragraphs, keep it as short and sweet as possible, highlighting the best aspects of the house.
Absolutely. And, it's one of these things to make sure that everything is impactful. You've got a plethora of listings there. And the last thing you want is someone to go, oh, this looks a bit boring, and jumps out. Also, make sure picture quality is at the highest level, so that you're going through there. And don't put 10 pictures of the piano. Nobody's buying the piano. So make sure that it's really impactful.
I would also add to the photos to it, you don't really need 250 photos, although private property does allow that amount of photos at the moment. But, a little bit of fear of missing out never hurts anyone, especially if your first 5 photos is the best 5 photos of the house. They will want to come and see the rest of the house.
Absolutely. You want them to want to come to see the house. You don't want them to go, well, I've seen everything, I don't need to come around.
No, exactly. We can negotiate at the house, not online.
Exactly. Right. So a quick little question that came in from Esme. Is this only for sole mandates? Yes, it is. So you must have a sole mandate in place. And we would strongly suggest that it's a sole and exclusive. The difference is a sole mandate. Well, the seller can still sell it privately. A sole and exclusive, it gives you the exclusive authority over that particular property. So if your seller suddenly says, hey, I do have somebody interested in buying, they have to push it through yourself. Right, so making sure that we have it there. Can we still use the other portals if we have it. So the way it works is when you're listing it first, it will go through private property. It'll be on private property exclusively for that 48-hour period. Now, you might think, wow, 48 hours. If you're getting through to the correct audience, and remember, there's all that SEO that's going behind the scenes to promote those listings so it really stays top and center of mind for your buyers. Your buyers already, with the stats that have been shared, already starting to migrate and recognize private property as one of the leaders for them to search their properties. You want to make sure that you're the only person that's listing it, that it jumps through to that particular audience and stays in front of them so they can actually say, hey, you know what? I'm looking at buying this particular property. And if they miss it, well, that's why it's the staggered approach. 48 hours later, then the rest starts to kick into place. So instead of all your ducks getting pushed out at once, you're actually letting them go off individually and you're actually enjoying. Staggered approach, it is probably one of the best secrets out there for you guys to actually go through.
Absolutely.
So staggered is brilliant. I love the way that it's actually, you've come from a real estate mindset, not from a, how much money can we take from these real estate agents?
Yeah.
So let's open up for some questions. I am going to now, all right, I'm going to keep the recording going. I'm going to be very nervous on this one, so I'm going to keep it going there. Right, Adele, you should be able to unmute yourself. Go for it.
Hi, Stuart. Hi, Sanchia. Thanks for the training. So can I just confirm, it's obviously to get a head start and all those buyers that are put in their areas of choice and so on, they would be emailed by private property first. In order to head traffic. So with these listings go onto Facebook and onto Instagram and all the social media portals?
No, so the listing itself does not go onto the social media portals, but we do send out our smart alerts, which goes to, even if it goes to the buyers who have signed up for alerts, but we also target buyers who have inquired on houses within the same price range, same area. They can absolutely unsubscribe from the alerts, but we don't wait for them to sign up for alerts. We alert them immediately when there is a new listing, especially our exclusive listings.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Great question, Adele. So jumping into the actual chat box, Lillian, who's releasing? That is the technology that's behind the scenes. Okay, so remember, we're doing the announcement to share for you so you know it is coming. It is something that is 100% available currently on private property, but with our systems in the background, there's just a couple little tweaks that they are busy technically sorting out to make sure that it actually goes through and falls into this entire category. So you'll see it all coming out and rolling out very, very soon. All right, so that'll get syndicated through. Esme, you've got your hand up. Go for it.
Hi, Stuart and Sanchia. Does private property send a notification when the 48 hours are up, or Stuart, will our PropCon system automatically kick in?
That's where the PropCon system, that's where we're busy with it at the moment, because it is a new integration. So that's what they're busy fiddling and playing around. So the developers are busy with that to make sure that all of that actually falls into line.
Yeah.
So that's what they're busy with.
How it should be built in is it automatically republishes for you. You do not have to go back into the listing to republish to your other sites.
Absolutely. And this, I think, is one of the greatest thing that's actually come through to you guys, because automation, I know that when I was an agent, it was all a manual process. I had a checkbox. I would be listing on this particular platform. I'd need to wait dates, type down those dates that morning, go back into the listing, tick this little box, present it and push it through, wait a couple of days, then do the next little.
Exactly.
This is going to be an automated process that will definitely help you as you're going forward. And this is what's absolutely amazing. List once and get the leads and qualified leads. This is what I really like about that. And I want you to go a little bit deeper, Sanchia. These qualified leads that actually come through, how do you differentiate between a spamming type of lead or a qualified lead? What happens in the background to make sure that the agent is getting a good quality lead?
So our systems have got robust IP trackers Look, I'm not a developer, guys, so you need to forgive my language here, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. But I do know from the research that we've done, from looking at data, that we are bringing the least amount of spam leads. And what a spam lead is when somebody emails you and you can't get through to the phone, or it's a fake email. We have the least amount of these leads that come through, and we are very open to conversation when you do get them. We encourage you to send them to us so we can look at it and make sure that those leads have been blocked, that has slipped through the system. But basically, all that means is at the end of the day, when a lead is coming through from private property, we can probably 80% guarantee that you are going to speak to a real person who is looking for property within that price range. Okay.
Absolutely. And that's so important, because as an agent, you get those calls and you get very excited. You start telling your sellers, and then, well, no, it's nobody else. They just want you to take something else. Patrick, go for it. You can unmute yourself.
Good morning. Sorry, good afternoon to you. This just shows how old I am. Okay, I have a property that I wanted to put. It's a farm, expensive one, but they said they will not list it on private property because there's no bedroom counts. And I didn't know how to handle this. So I've subsequently sold the property, but it says there when I did when you do all the tick boxes for private property and so on, it said must allocate bedroom count on private property, and I didn't understand this on PropCon on the listing.
Was it? You mean when you say it's a farm, it was a land with no buildings on it?
Correct, vacant land.
Okay, it most probably just was a incorrect selection on the feed provider. If we choose, there's land and there's farm, but I'm not too sure how your feed provider has stated that. But it would have just been a selection that you could have changed, and it would have absolutely fed it for you. I would like to encourage everyone on the call, if you ever come across anything like that and you can't get support from your feed provider, to please email privatepropertysupport.co.za, and they will assist you with the selection to make sure that it feeds through to us.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. I'll go and have a look again, because I fiddled around and I couldn't get it right. I tried twice, but maybe it's me with my old technology brain. But
no, that's fine. No, you're welcome to take my number and we can just look at, what could have gone wrong.
Yes. How do I do that?
Stuart can give that to you.
Okay. Just reach out to myself, and we don't want to get Sanchia getting all
I don't want to
requests. Because as well as it's going to be going out onto a public portal, so we'll keep it private for the time.
Yeah, no, for sure. Now I'll chat through Stuart, but thank you so much.
No worries.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thanks for your answer. Bye-bye.
Perfect. And remember, if you do come across any technical glitches, we're talking through one platform that syndicates to another platform. And from time to time, well, private property might make a slight adjustment, an update, an upgrade, and not tell us. And sometimes these do happen. We've had it on times, and backwards and vice versa. So sometimes with PropCon, they make a change and they forget to connect a little dot. So things like this do happen. And if you do have it, you can reach out to here at eXp. So help@expsouthafrica.co.za, that I can share. And you can put it there. A ticket will be created and they will then look into it. But again, you can also reach out to the support at privateproperty.co.za, and they can also assist to have a look at it from both sides. Absolutely. But remember, we are here as a team. All right. So whether it's eXp, whether it's private property, we're here as a team to make sure that the end result, which is selling that seller's property for the highest possible price in the lowest possible time, is the objective that we're wanting to achieve here. So making sure that we go back to that wonderful saying that I'm going to make billions, trillions out of it, saving you time, saving you money, putting your property first. I have to say that was really good of you, Stuart. That was really, really good. But anyway, back into the actual session again. Any questions, any final thoughts, comments, questions from anybody else before we wrap up the session? Allow you to go ahead and now get all excited for what is coming. And do look out. We will be doing a full announcement once everything is absolutely smooth. So a question that I've got, because I know that we're going to have agents that are going to go, Sanchia, all right, we want to push our listing through. Maybe our syndication hasn't fully been put into place. Is it something that can be done on a manual basis, or is there some way that can still come through so they can actually enjoy this? They'll do a listing, is there anything that can be done? I know it's kind of reaching out.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. We do need to wait for that integration. It shouldn't take too long. I know PropCon has integrated some of our clients. I do realize you guys are a very big organization, so please hold on to it until integration is done. If you have already listed sole mandates, it is not, you can't take them off and go relist them now as the exclusive listing. There'll be so much opportunity for everyone to use it. This product is not going anywhere. So please know from now until probably end of time, you're going to be able to use and benefit from this product.
Industry first, I must say. We've never get things for free unless we go around for food and lunches. But it is coming, and I know that I will have deep conversations with the actual development team to see on the progress. I know that I want to say it's about 95% complete. They may even have turned it on, but we're just getting into that point of the test phases with actual PropCon. So I think it's something that's going to be coming through very quickly, if not already. We'll just see if that tick box is put into place. So, Sanchia, I want to thank you so much for coming into the session. It's always great to meet somebody new. There's a new face that we had in, somebody who got to meet the crazy Stuart, who can really make everything sound so much better. His hair floats in the wind. I don't know who that is. But anyway, any final thoughts, comments, or words from yourself?
But thank you. It was such a pleasure, Stuart. And I really appreciate you leading me into this conversation. Thank you for everyone that took the time to come and listen to us and understand what this is. I will send you some links that you are welcome to share with the team, which will, if you click on the link, it just takes you to our social media adverts. If you see them on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, share them, because it's your exclusive listings on the portal as well. So we'd love to just share it and be as excited as we are with us about the exclusive listings.
Absolutely. Industry first. Absolutely love it. And I cannot wait for everybody to have the successes. So from myself, Stuart, I want to thank all of you for coming into the session, hearing it first from me before any other email announcement or anything that came out about it. So if you want to learn more about it, please do reach out to me. You've got my email address, or you've got my WhatsApp number, or you've got a pigeon that just needs some food. Send it my way and I'll be able to give you some more information on that. So from myself, Stuart, I want to wish you all a fantastic week ahead. Look out, I've got more sessions coming up this week. So do join me and I look forward to seeing you then. So for myself, it's cheers for now.